Good evening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We're back with more West of Loathing! TKO Mike! Hello! Welcome in. Congratulations, you are tonight's winner of the As Callie Gambit with that first comment. How are we doing? How's your day been? I hope it's been well. Uh, it seems like I don't have much left to do in West of Loathing tonight, so tonight might be the end of part one. Because I can technically finish the game now, but I still have some unanswered questions. Like, who is Roberto? And what exactly is all of this El vibrato technology doing? And will Gary ever get to do the popping? It's been good. Oh, I'm glad. Did you get up to anything today? Today was just more work for me, but it wasn't too bad. Today was actually fairly reasonable. Not too busy. We had a couple more bodies, so we weren't like super short staffed. Ran out of a couple of things, but um a new drink launched this week at my cafe, and we always expect to run out within the first week cuz everybody wants to try the new thing. As per the usual, if you can hear my fan in the background, no you can't. The temperature has gone up a little bit today, and it's supposed to be warm, I think, tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday? And then it's supposed to just rain, all rain, and it'll probably knock that heat back down for us. So, if you can hear my fan, no, you can't. We let her do her job, and we don't worry about it. But since we are nearing the end of West of Loathing tonight, um, it probably isn't going to be a super duper long stream. I want to see a little bit more. I want to find out what's going on with the cult and the robot tech. Um, and then we'll hit that end credit because we've made it to Frisco. Because I know that these games aren't super long, which is kind of what I wanted after coming off of Persona. Because, oh boy, that was a long one. Really good, but I needed something a little bit shorter that wasn't going to eat quite so much time. Um, for anyone catching the VOD, if you are not in the Discord, you should probably go in there because I have created a poll for what we are going to play next after Shadows over Loathing because I want to finish the two Kingdom of Loathing games, but I'm not sure what to do next. So I've set up a poll. There are 5 games that y'all can vote on to pick between. The choices are Untitled Goose Game, Spirit Tea, Stardew Valley, A Hat in Time, and Stray. All of these are going to be a first playthrough. Um, I think I've played an hour of Stardew Valley, so and that was with someone else. Um, so it's for all intents and purposes, it might as well be a blind playthrough. Um, but if you would like your voice heard on the matter, you should join the Discord and you can react to vote. Jeeves has thrown that link to the Discord in the chat for us, um, as well as the link to my Discord server is in my Twitch profile page. You are more than welcome to join. Come say hey and join the chaos. That poll will be open until I finish Shadows over Loathing. Once Shadows is done, the poll is closed. If you can't pick one between those options, you're allowed to react to whichever games pique your interest. And democracy wins. Whichever one has the most votes by the time I finish Shadows over Loathing will be what we play next. I bought Dragon's Dogma 2 and been playing it. Ooh. How are you enjoying it so far? I don't know much about the Dragon's Dogma games. I've heard of them, but I have not played them myself. How are you liking it so far? But yeah, I figured that this time I would leave the game choice up to y'all, and we'll play what you guys want to see. We'll do a vote for the next game, and then after that, I think what we'll do is we'll alternate between you guys voting on what you want to see, and then I'll pick what I want to play. You guys vote, I'll pick. That seems that seems like a happy medium. And I mean, I'm gonna want to play anything that goes in the poll anyways, because I'm the one making the poll. But I figured this would be a nice way to kind of feel out what you guys would be interested in seeing. But since it's probably not going to be a super ultra long stream tonight, we could probably. It's my first one, and I'm liking it. Well, I'm glad that you're liking it. You'll have to let me know if you recommend it. What kind of game is it? Is it is it an RPG? Is it a hack and slash? Is it a Souls like? But yeah, since tonight is probably not going to be super long, we're going to start things off right with a little bit of self-care. Ha ha ha. Y'all know the drill. Hydrate or dehydrate, untrim those spines, and get a nice big stretch in because self-care is best care. Tonight's stream is sponsored, not sponsored, by more hibiscus raspberry iced sparkling tea energy drink thing because it's only 11:30. I can still caffeinate. We're fine. It's an RPG. Ooh, that might be up my alley then. I do like the RPGs. And what time are we looking at? We're at 12. We'll say that gameplay starts at 13 for VOD posterity. And we'll get into it. I also feel like there's gotta be more around here. Like, the map can't be full yet, can it? What's the hideaway? Oh, this is the squirrel place, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, we got our asses kicked by the cultists in here. I feel like there's gotta be more. Off the trail's shoulder, you see some ancient pteroglyphs carved into a rock. They seem to translate to, "My third is the third of a clever rhyme." Intriguing. Sure, why not? The pulpit has been pushed back against the wall. Haphazard stack of pews. Hello again. Welcome back. How can I help? What you got? Oh, we need to, we gotta go take that picture of that skeleton for Dude Bro. The next two games are waiting for is Dragon Age, The Veilguard, and Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, is there another Assassin's Creed game coming out? I had no idea. Okay, where is the petting cemetery? Do I remember where the owl dude is? I do not. There's a goblin marching down the trail in a soldier's uniform, the pants of which have been seriously pinned up to account for the goblin's stubby little legs. It salutes when it sees you. Hello. Hello, what's up? Am soldiering. Yes, I can seeing that. I didn't think there were any goblins in the military. What's your unit? What? Where a uniform getting? From dead soldier bands, so am soldier now. You give the goblin a salute and continue on your way. Oh, wonderful. Just hold still for a second while I memorize your face. Uh-huh. Okay, go right in, and thanks for your patronage. This is the skeleton of a desert tortoise. It is currently in very slightly less of a hurry to get places than when it was alive. The plaque says it's a pack rat skeleton, but there's nothing there. Nuts. This is the skeleton of a jackrabbit. In a pinch, the jackrabbit can help you change a wheel on your wagon. Can we find other skeletons? This is a hawk skeleton. Hawks resent being mistaken for falcons and will shoot you if you do it too many times. This is a bobcat skeleton. Bobcats are known for their ferocity and the weird high-pitched noises they make when telling jokes. This is an owl skeleton. If you want to know how many fireballs it takes to get to the center of an enemy skeleton, just ask an owl. With a click and a flash, you take a photo for Hobart Buppert. Where is he, though? Well, we'll start with Dirtwater, I guess. That's probably a good place to start. Hobart Buppert. Oh wait, we gotta set up our little alchemy set. Oh. Interesting. Geologist you met in Frisco. Gary says you should take that owl skeleton. Bread. Okay, breadwood. I can work with that. You spot a horse skeleton lying a few yards off the side of the trail. You tie Duppers Jr. to a tree just out of sight of it. No sense in scaring him, and investigate. Somehow, its saddlebags are still intact. Maybe the big red plus signs embroidered on the sides of them added to their durability. Loot 'em. You fish through the bags and ferret out some medicine. Smelling salts, surgical gin. Oh, what's this? We got orthopedic boots, nerve pills, and blood-building tonic. I wonder what the orthopedics will do. Oh, man. Okay. Howdy, Hobart. Howdy, Raine. You managed to take a picture of that owl skeleton yet? Sure did. Here you go. Great. Oh, will you look at that? What a beaut. Well, thank you, Raine. I ain't got anything for reward, but I imagine you'll get some experience points out of it. Thanks, Hobart. Ooh. A Holloway's pit? A silver lapel pin. in the shape of a mining pick with Jumbleneck Mine 1-year anniversary inscribed on the haft. An additional 20 HP. Shit, man. That ain't bad at all. I'm already angry. Did I flush this one? Yes. Okay. Carry. Hello, a town. This place has seen better days. I guess towns come and go. Oh? A nomadic lifestyling? But these houses are looking a heaviness. What? No, just the people move away. They leave the houses here. They are wasting a perfectly good houses. Wait, no. Oh, deepest delve mine. What else we got? Let's go. Bernard the skeleton, the cultists. He's a. Oh, okay. Why don't we do that? Reboot. Fuck, where's Reboot Hill? Ah! Right there. There's a sudden thrilling whoosh sound and a man dressed all in dark gray with a long flappy cloak and a gray bandana pulled up to conceal his face appears before you out of the shadows. He brandishes a wicked-looking knife at you accusingly. Stop right there. Prove your allegiance, for I'll suffer no cultists in this place. Could you be more specific? The necromancer's cultists. The skeleton guys. You beat the guy up, but stop short of killing him, since... Oh, pardon me. Since this is basically just a big misunderstanding and all. We got a repurposed cult dagger. Oh, and we need to figure out... I want spooky resistance. Yeah, alright. Wait, did we already... This is a hastily constructed, very shallow privy. You open the door and dig around in the detritus. There's a little slip of pink paper here. You got a disciplinary slip. Did we already deal with the cultists? Looks like one of the necromancer's cultists got written up. 2 more of these and he'll be ritually eviscerated. Nothing personal. It's just corporate policy. Read over the infraction listed on the slip. Looks like one of the cultists was gathering dangerous mushrooms. Curious. You stick the slip into your journal. There's a black book on the pedestal. Intermediate next mex. We dealt with them. seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Are you certain? The dark arts are no laughing matter. This could really mess you up. Read it. The words crawl off the page and into your eyes like worms. The worms burrow into your bones and then whisper stuff to you about cool things you can do with other people's bones. Ray's skeletal buddy. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. You don't feel so well. Your hair instantly loses all of its color. White hair. I mean, my hair didn't have color, but sure. This seems like it's probably pretty dangerous. Are you sure you want to read it? Yeah. Are you certain? The dark arts are no laughing matter. This could really mess you up. Read it. As you read the words in the book, a voice that is not your own howls along with them in your head. As you get nearer to the end of the book, the howls become more and more melodic. You got vampiric yodel. As you turn over the last page, the book vanishes in a puff of black smoke. You don't feel so well. Your body withers and shrinks. You got emaciated. What? What does that do? Okay. Perks. You're gaunt and bony as a result of the dark arts you've been messing around with, -3 muscle. Your hair has gone prematurely white due to your meddling in the affairs of the netherworld, -3 moxie. Oh no. Whoopsies. Ah well. They'll be fine. Oh right. BT. Did I write this down? I think I did. Where are you? Oh, I deleted it. Shit. That's okay. BTLITR. Right? Yes. Okay, that's fine. Put you over there for now. This tombstone is big and fancy and has a door on the front. The door has a pretty sturdy looking lock on it. You skillfully pick the lock. Inside the tombstone is a document and a weird little metal object. Oh, more letters. The document describes a tontine, the burial wishes of Sam Feathersmith, and a weird sequence of letters. OHLGHE. OHL. Wait. OHLGHE. GHE. It's gonna be an anagram. Key fragment. I need safe cracking. Fuck. Why not? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Oh. Oops. That's okay. Oh no. This might take a second. Oopsies. Okay. I need the extra. I need the additional AP. Sweet sword. maybe not. Oh, stupid walking. There's a trapezoidal piece missing from the crossbar. Oh god, Gary, no. That's not good. Uh-oh. That's not gonna help at all. Fuck. Oh, that didn't work. That's okay. Wait, I'm still angry? We can try again. Fuck. God. Shit. How am I still not knocked out? Have you had a chance to take a keystone to the last Dutch oven mine and look for that unusual pile of rocks? You can always make a keystone with 5 more El Vibrato scraps. Oh. Did you find anything interesting? Beyond all the weird ancient technology? Well, I meant, did you bring anything back that I might evaluate? I bet there's something useful in there. Do you know anything about ley lines? I don't hold much with that mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's very unscientific. But it does come up in my research from time to time, so I can give you a basic overview. He draws some curved, intersecting lines on a piece of paper and explains how they relate to local geography and so-called mystical forces. Most of it goes over your head, but you think you get the basics. Let's try this again. Dutch oven mine. As the trail curves through a patch of marshy ground, you catch a whiff of something worse than swamp gas. It's a stank above, a cow skull floating in a cloud of noxious vapors, and it saw you before you even before you smelled it. You really crushed that stinker. have learned the El Vibrato word for toilet. Those things aren't friendly, neither am I. Got an El Vibrato loop. There's a strange cloth loop inside, at least it feels more or less like cloth. As you place the ring on your head, two things happen. One is that it begins humming and shimmering in that weird way El Vibrato things shimmer. And the other is that you suddenly feel as if you've put earplugs in your brain. Your thoughts went weirdly quiet. I'll say it's weird and not entirely pleasant. You take the headband off. Oh, okay. Back to the professor! You spy a burned-out ranch house on the horizon and pull Duppers Jr. up to investigate it. There's nothing of much interest above ground, but you find a locked door leading down into a presumably still intact root cellar. Once you're inside, you're not sure why they even bothered locking it. It's been picked clean of everything but a tiny amount of food and an even tinier amount of medicine. Got sugar gums, cat's eye candy, nerve pills, and a patent and emetic. Delicious. Good to see you again. Have you had a chance to take a keystone to the lost Dutch oven mine? Yes. Show him the strange device. Hey, Professor, I found a thing. Great, let's see. Ah, a marvelous find. This device makes batteries, or, well, once I've fixed it, batteries? Yep, the Vibratoans? Vibratoans? Powered their portable equipment with the little electric marbles, like the one I put in your transponder. I'm sure I don't have to tell you, a regular source of those will be incredibly useful. Battery. Well, I kind of want to see now. As the trail curves through... Another stinky cow. Stupid walking is still funny. Learned the El Vibrato word for garbage and for central. Oh, I need another... Okay. Professor, I need another thingy. A circus? What? Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. You are not liking painted mans? They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Yes, old stories. Goblins are telling old stories too. Evil painted mans and evil fire cows far below. Always to fighting, many wars. Yeah, that's right. Supposedly, rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles, and it became a traditional thing. These mans just regular mans beings, painted mans from up here. Yeah, I know. Still creeps me out though. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to do... when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say no. I feel that in my soul. Talk to him. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, ma'am. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presumably you can sell me one? Well, I certainly can. That's my job after all. For you, ma'am, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. What? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, ma'am, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you've got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife throwing skills by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Well, tell me about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since... since we stopped turning it on. Tell me about the games. Oh, we've got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. Well, we've got some of them. Tell me about the food. We've got your favorites, popped corn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and get this, did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less. Tell me about Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Whatever do you mean? Look, I'll drop the act. You don't know who I am, do you? Should I? Raine Twitch TV, Bureau of Traveling Entertainment Inspections. Bureau of... That's not a thing. Is that a thing? It's a thing. Fuck. It's a thing. A very serious thing, and your ticket prices won't be an encouraging note in my report. Whoa, now, hold on, Chief. I was just joshing you. Come on, you know how clowns do. So what's the actual fee? 500 meat. Alright, I gotta sell some shit. Fuck. The mission. You come across a goblin marching around in the woods. They're taller than a typical goblin. Probably because their boots are taller than typical goblin boots. In fact, these boots are so tall, they must be half stuffed with socks to keep the tops from jamming the goblin in the groin. What? The goblin sees you and marches over, attempting to look intimidating instead of awkward. Hey, hey human, hey, what you two doing in this place? This my ground to stomping. Do you mean your stomping grounds? What? Your boots, which are very tall, I am seeing? Yes, tall boots to having, also tall am I. That's cool, but they are uncomfortable seeming, very. I too having no sensation in my feet now, so this is fine. Your boots too having very nice, but what? Why are they not shining? Shining? Well, the dust is all around us. But I, for a fee, are too cleaning and too polishing. Oh, are you two agreeing with this deal? Yes, yes. The goblin wiggles out of its boots, and you take them and ride away on your horse, which seems absurdly mean, but goblins don't typically wear shoes at all, so it's only pretty mean. Oh. I need to sell some shit. Alright, let's try this again. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go, enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partners get in free. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, ma'am," in a loud and enthusiastic voice, in their customer service voice. You stroll into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. And find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. The sign says condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. The clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Howdy, miss. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh. How much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Red Hots, calls the clown from behind his food stand. Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard. There's also a small sign that says lost and found. The clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal girl behind him. Howdy, ma'am. Interest you in a hot foot-long sausage? How much are they? 25. 250 meat with your choice of condiments. What are the condiments? I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup. What kind of mustard? Brown, yellow, and blue. Blue? Blue mustard. Ah, looks like I'm all out of the blue. Sorry. 2 kinds of ketchup? Yep, I got both ketchup and catsup. What are they made of? What do you mean? They're pork. What else do you make a sausage out of? I was wondering if you had a vegetarian option. Lady, this is a carnival, not an herbivore. You've been saving that one up, haven't you? For years. Thank you, ma'am. Howdy, ma'am. Care to treat yourself to an ice-cold soft drink? You said you're selling them in bottles? That's right. Got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all. What kinds have you got? I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla. How about cola? Nope. How about orange? Nope. Diet grape? Nope. Diet vanilla? Nope. Do you make the drinks yourself? If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of sodas in our traveling carnival, no. We stock up as we pass through large towns. How much are they? 205 meat. 205? It's for the deposit on the bottle. Cotton candy, calls the clown behind this food stand, and then he makes a noise with a slide whistle. Come try this just invented confectionery delight. Clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach. Fweet! Step right up, miss. Step up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest, in several senses of the word, spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. Fweet! So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No. Cotton is indigestible no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. Found that out the hard way, did ya? How do you make it? He pats a metal box with a wide funnel coming out of the top. This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works, much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. A couple of dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists. Go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my design, too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, miss. These secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. I'll be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much? 300 meat. Oh my god. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he sees he has your attention, he smiles and waggles the balloons enticingly at you. Howdy there, miss. Interest you in a toy balloon? What colors do you have? Oh, well, just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Oh. Is that a Pennywise joke? Of course. How much are they? For you, 30 meat. There's nothing interesting back that way. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. This appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game. Well now, miss, I like to think I know a customer with a sharp eye and a quick hand when I see one. How do you like to test your skills against a game of dexterity? What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. Pretend meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it is a rare catch, my friend. This appears to be some kind of card-based carnival game, though it's not clear how it works from here. Greetings and salutations, miss. This is a card game designed to test your intelligence and capacity for abstract thought. And, well, if you care to try your luck, far be it from me to obstruct you. What's the game? The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them? No, ma'am. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to ya. Or, if you've got a touch of magic in you and you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. And what's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it is a rare catch, my friend. This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Well, howdy there, miss. This here game's challenge of strength, and I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you might prefer one of the other games. If you care to try your luck, though, I certainly won't stop you. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit the lever under that bell. Ring the bell, and you win. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it is a rare catch, my friend. Wait. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. Oddly, he looks exactly like the other one, though I guess it's hard to tell really with that makeup and all. It's the exact same. Okay. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents? I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, ma'am? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. I'll let you know if I find it. Alright, so we need more money if we're gonna be able to do anything here. How much is the sideshow? Okay. Fuck. This circus is creepy. That's not so bad. Slightly reduce the amount of evil in the world. Only got a little bit of meat at least. Okay. What else can I sell you? Fuck. Got something else that'll give me spooky. Oh. Wait, what? You already sent a postcard today. Ain't you heard of the Postcard Limitation Act of 1893? No, what's that? Okay, so the government put a restriction on prepaid postcards of one per citizen per day. Now, why do you think that might be? Well, to reduce the strain on the postal Nope. That's what everyone guesses, but that ain't a thing. The wagons still make the trip no matter how many postcards are on board. Listen, we're talking so many postcards you need a second wagon, but that ain't likely. So, to restrict the free flow of information, to keep the people from being able to say too much through the mail, so the left end of the territory don't know what the right end is doing, and vice versa. That way they can implement a different rule of law in each area, whatever's most effective to keep them particular folks down. But people can still send letters. Letters? Who got time to write a whole letter in this day and age? But I ain't even got to the real big part yet. What's the first two letters in conspiracy, huh? C-O... Oh, jeez. That's right, they're in league with the cows. It's all a plot to keep us docile, so as they can deliver us up to these hell cows they summoned. You think the government deliberately summoned the cows? There's proof. The plan was referred to in a rider attached to a Senate Farm Aid bill that was passed 11 years ago. And when did the cows come home? That's right, 11 years. There's no way a Senate bill says, let's summon cows from hell on it. No, not in such obvious words. Are you cracked? It's all in code and dog whistles, like, go look it up for yourself. Okay, even if I wanted to do that, the capital city isn't even in this territory. It's hundreds of miles away. Uh-huh, and you think that's a coincidence? A CO incidence? Okay, well, that's very interesting. Bye for now. This chart is full of details on the precision firing of the demi-culverin artillery cannon. You know what? I bet that cannon could blow the vault door at the Alexandria Ranch open if you could figure out a way to target it. Oh! Where is the... It's up here, yes? Uppies! Okay, we might get one more stream out of this yet. I didn't realize there was still so much to do. Your El Vibrato transponder thingy bleeps, and you follow the bleeps to a shallow cave that you think might be a bear den? Fortunately, the bear isn't in right now, and you find a weird crate at the back. You poke at the crate until you find the button that makes it open. Presumably the bear won't miss this stuff. Scraps punch card, and an assault drone. What? Let me in. Maintenance. Modern snake oiler. How to cheat at poker. You quickly memorize the entire book. When you're done reading it, you notice that the book's spine is cracked. You try to fix it by hitting it real hard, but you just end up smashing the book into powder. You've already learned all of the techniques in this magazine. You do manage to pick up a few tips and tricks from the letters to the editor, though, so it's not a complete waste. Then you hide the magazine under a log in the woods. Maybe some child will find it and become a snake oiler in the future. You quickly memorize the entire book. So as to conceal the evidence of your dirty dealings, you eat the book. I need lock picking. No. Wait. Where was their poker? Is there poker in Brentwood? sit down at the poker table. A dealer emerges from somewhere in the back and sits down next to you. The lady to your right introduces herself as Roberta, and the player to your left says his name is George. The dealer tells you that the ante is 20 meat. You ante up. Roberta and George toss in 20 meat each. You lose 20 meat. The dealer gives the deck a shuffle, and then deals. A hand of cards glides across the table to you. It's a really terrible hand. A pair of aces of diamonds, 4 tens of diamonds, and a queen. It's the first round. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 20%. You get caught cheating and are forced to play the rest of the game with one eye closed. Shit. It's the second round of betting. 10%. No! Yeehaw! Hey Chris, how's it going? How's your day been? Why is meat currency? I hate it. Yeah, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. But that gives us enough meat, I think, to be able to do stuff at the circus now. A rustling sound in the bushes draws your attention, and you decide to investigate, because that's what adventurers do. No matter how bad of an idea it will probably turn out to be. The rustling turns out to be a goblin. A goblin wearing clown makeup and practicing their cartwheels, and mostly failing. Eventually, they give up on tumbling practice and start repeatedly throwing a shiny metal ball in the air and catching it. Wow, hello? Hello, hi. What are you doing? I am to learning a juggle. It tosses a single ball up in the air again, but distracted by the conversation, misses the catch. Okay, but why? A clown becoming, joining the circus, far away to traveling, far, far to traveling, and then to stopping, and then to popping. Ah, okay. I guess that makes sense. Kind of. I to knowing a good clown trick, a good trick of magic. Oh, yes, oh good. To showing you it, you borrow its ball, and with an elaborate and theatrical flourish, you make it appear to vanish while hiding it in your armpit. The goblin applauds, very impressed, and waves happily as you leave. Got a shiny ball, and you leveled up Dirty Poker. I wonder if this was scripted in ink. Probably. Try and get our muscle up, I think. More muscle. Muscle is at 65. You pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, and catch it with a couple of times to test its weight, and casually slam it into the lever. Ding! Well, I'll be. That's some genuine muscle you've got on you, gal. Looks like you're a winner. You got the circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Alright, let me put my shit back. No. Pistol. Adequacy. A sideshow tent is fair. The sideshow. Blam 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 blam. That was almost a sentence. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in. Take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. Have a closer look. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Thank you, TKO Mike. Y'all know the drill. Get a nice big stretch in because self-care is best care. Hey, step back, please. No touching. Sorry. I will fold myself into a poutine box. I feel like that would be detrimental to your health and your spine. I will detriment. I would rather you not detriment. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Gotcha pretty good there, Missy. What is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. You should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. This guy is a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there. I'm Raine. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. I understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. I couldn't find if this is scripted in ink, but it looks like it. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there. Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Raine. Delighted to meet you. So, Um, uh, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Raine. I am in a sideshow after all. It's an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the, now, back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body? With two faces? It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind, with, as you say, two faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Oh, okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's... interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you something? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet. And you? I'm Raine. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Raine. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears, and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird. Gross. But it is indeed educational. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. It's like pre-shid? 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 I don't know what that means. Well, it was nice to meet you. So long. Good luck, Raine. stomach soup. It's pretty shit. Oh, got it. How are you feeling? If you're referring to my condition, don't worry. I've grown accustomed to it, more or less. This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering light, it almost looks like she winks at you. The mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little, sympathetically. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. That muscly clown doesn't seem to want you to go in. But I have a ticket. Clown doesn't look too jacked. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as he can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. That, madam, is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner. Thanks. I see you've already got a ticket to Barnaby Bob's show, though, and those are limited to one to a patron. Let me give you our other grand prize. He hands you a large and reasonably well-made plush owl. You. You're not exactly sure how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons, and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. I see you've already got a ticket to Barnaby's show, though, and those are limited one to a patron. We give you our other grand prize. Large plush cat. Well, where the fuck is the bottle cap? Can you tell me more about your circus? Well, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. What would you like to know? This place you've set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? I haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land and all. Ho ho. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop entering? Northwestish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them, rodeos stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Oh, got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show. It's the real highlight of the carnival. I'll see you around, clown. Catch you later like an alligator. See the lost and found. Oh, sure thing. What'd you lose? The clown pulls a wooden box out from under the counter and looks inside. Here's your in luck. This one yours? He puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns back to his girl for a moment. Shiny bottle cap. Yep, that's the one. Oh gosh. Ma'am, did you find my lucky bottle cap? Is this the one? That's it, thank you, ma'am. No problem, kid. Sure, why not? Weren't you on the other side of the midway just now? Oh, nope. That's the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face pin. Did we fool ya? He grins and gives you a big, exaggerated wink. Let's see. There's more to do, but I don't know. Deep stealth mind. We'll come back to it. A goblin runs up to you laughing. They're carrying a boulder over their head, which is taller than they are. Whoa, wait. What are you planning on doing with that? Haha, you catching? No, stop. No throwing. Aw, you're not fun. I can't catching a rock like that. How are you even lifting that? Finding magical ring of strong thin mine. Oh, so very strong. This is a surprisingly large game too. Not nearly as big as Persona. I might have one more stream. I thought it was gonna end tonight, but we'll probably get one more stream out of it. I guess the DLC isn't out yet. I thought it wasn't coming out until, like, September? Oh, right. The fucking... Okay. Well now I gotta check because I can't remember. Brotato. Brotato. Yeah, the planned release is 2024. Well, I guess it doesn't say on Steam specifically, just that it's planned to be released this year. I don't know why I thought September. I had 215 hours in the base game. I have 165 on PlayStation 5 and I forget how much on Steam. I didn't know you had a PS5. Nice. Probably comparable. You have to have way more than that on Steam. Yes, I bought it twice because I was tired of getting murked by frame rate on Steam Deck. Hey, I'm not... How many copies of Binding of Isaac do I have? Several. I'm not about to judge. Stupid Isaac gets more expensive every time. It's true. Leave me be. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. I'm gonna end up very angry. I'm gonna die. Oh well. See if I can cheat at poker a little better. Aw. Well, that's depressing. Missed. Right now. Oh, it's because of those. Okay. Um. Why don't we see what that spooky carriage is? You hear a groaning noise a short distance away and investigate. A cowpoke is sitting against a rock with his leg bent in a way that seems incorrect. What happened? Dang horse threw a ride and I fell off. Think I busted one of my dancing arms. You help the guy back onto the back of your horse and give him a lift back into town. Thank kindly stranger. I'd say I owe you one, but it seems doubtful we'll ever meet again. Reverse jointed build is the new meta. What? There's a weird ghost. Let me read it. There's a weird ghostly carriage here. Get in? Sure. You hop in the ghostly carriage, which seems to support your and Gary's weight well enough. An invisible driver yells, "Yah!" and cracks an invisible whip, and an invisible horse snorts. The carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of Dirtwater. Hitching a ride in a ghost carriage. Reckoning at Gun Manor. A thick gray fog envelops the carriage, and you lose all sense of time and space. Eventually, the fog clears, and the carriage parks near a very large and ornate mansion. A disembodied voice calls, "All out for Gun Manor, last stop." It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and it's already a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Mrs. Gunn hired me to come out here, and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. I can't do that if I can't even get in the door, though. Who's Mrs. Gunn? You've never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best known invention hanging right there on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow. Guns. She invented guns. Oh. Spooks? Like ghosts? Exactly like that, yep. 13 of them according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham, Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science. I was gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-like contraption you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science. What's wrong with the front door? The front door? Well, it's, locked? No, not locked. No. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all. And there's a huge, gross, hairy, fanged, drooling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out here, okay? I can see you feel pretty strongly about this. I do. Maybe I can help you out. Hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts, and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. Alright, Florence, let's go. Roger copy. It's Raine, thanks. You try to handle the front door. It doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghost is playing tricks on you, cause they know you ain't packing science. Stand back, I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light into the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from inside, and the door swings open. Ha, works every time. That doesn't seem so scary. Why the fuck are you so strong? Jesus Christ! Am I really gonna get my ass beat by a fucking spider? Oh no. Jesus Christ! Goated spider. Oh, well, it was tougher than it looked. What the fuck? It has the proportional strength of a spider, indeed. Fuck. Plus it was using a hitbox. A spider with a hitbox is OP. So I see. Fuck you. See, that wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. It's a newfangled electric intercom system. The intercom is making an annoyingly humming and crackling noise. Hello? A ghost just said hell at me. Spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Hello? Hello? Who's it? Mrs. Gunn? No, Mrs. Oh man, that would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Would it? Mrs. Gunn, did you know that your intercom is broken? Y'all have to ache up. My is broke. I'm just gonna do these old vaudeville gags all day. What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. This room is too French. It's cold as a federal grant administrator's heart in here. I know what's causing that. You don't think it's, you know, all that ice? Nah, you got backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house's heat got shut off somehow. We better see if there's a furnace or a boiler or something. It'd probably be in the basement. Read the plaque. The house of Mrs. Terry Gunn. Teresa Terry Gunn, born 1847, built this stately, if architecturally unusual manor house in the late 70s, completed in 1877 using the proceeds from her famous invention, the gun. After her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of the rooms to the public as a museum and historical center. Her eyesight isn't good enough to really examine the painting. Door is barred. Disbar it. You remove the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. Goes in the door. It's just a bunch of steel supplies. What window? Indeed. A Plotco lock, eh? Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence fumbles a giant keyring out of her pocket and finds the one that unlocks the door for you. I could have used one of those earlier. Head on in. Oh hey, a lab. Check it out. Florence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half this stuff. Oh, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Shh, relax. I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. You assume that these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. Bismuth do not eat. It's a chart with all 76 elements on it, including uranium, terbium, and dysprosium. They even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like sajuxium, plenium, and fildium. Some kind of complicated blueprint. Aha! It's a device for reducing the loudness of gunfire. Silenter, if you will. You look over the tools on the bench. You could definitely make a silencer here. The first thing you'll need is a 1.2337 diameter cylinder. Maybe a tin can would work? You'll also need some stuffing to pad out the inside of the can. That's gonna be tricky to find. Maybe later. You don't really know much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have something gun-shaped. You got the worst gun. Who's got 2 thumbs and is lucky they haven't been shot off yet because of this inexpertly constructed gun? You. Amazing. Feed yourself. Excellent. A box of science doohickeys? Boo! Muscle. It's bones. Well, bone pants. Bones and pants. No. Oh my god. Oh no. Spider hates your ass. They really do. What the fuck? The fucker could eat you and pull you out. It's true. Why are these spiders so mean? Oh no. Okay, you know what? We're heated. I don't like this. But I'm not gonna get anywhere if I don't, because the heater is probably behind this guy. Well, there's more to this than I thought there was gonna be, so this is probably gonna be an okay pausing point for the night before I get further tilted and make stupid choices. But let's see if there is anyone we could raid out to. You know what? Our friend Mustache, Epic Mustache, is currently streaming, so if y'all don't mind sticking around just a couple extra minutes while we raid out so we can show a fellow streamer a little bit of love, I would really appreciate it. Let me just get that set up, because I can't type for shit. It looks like they are currently playing Borderlands 2. Ooh. Alrighty, we'll get that going. Perfect. I am planning on streaming some more tomorrow. I didn't realize that the DLC was going to be as beefy as it is, so we might have a couple more streams of this left, that more than I thought there would be. It'll be a little bit later as usual, as I am closing yet again. If you would like to stay updated on when I will be live again, in addition to making sure your Twitch notifications are on for my channel, you can join my Discord. There is a link to an open invite to the server in my Twitch profile page, and Jeeves has thrown that link in chat for us ever so helpfully. Come say hey and join the chaos. And if you want to vote on what I will be playing next after the Kingdom of Loathing games, that is going to be the place to do so. I will be posting the VOD of the stream to YouTube over the next day or so. We're going to shoot a quick prayer to the internet gods. Glory to them, hallowed are their names. There is a playlist of this playthrough of West of Loathing set up and ready to go, so you can catch up on anything that you've missed if you feel so inclined. I have also been told that my streams are a fantastic sleep aid for all of my insomniac baddies out there, so there's that as well. The link to my YouTube channel can also be found in my Twitch bio. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, though. I, again, am having a lot of fun with this, and this has been a nice change of pace. In the meantime, I do hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are.